Car accidents have an enormous impact on Albertans every year. What do we know about the facts? Well, there's around 100,000 car accidents every year in Alberta. Over 13,000 people are injured in those accidents. Around 250 people are killed every year, most commonly people between the age of 15 and 24. And the number of people who are dying on Alberta's roads every year generally increases. The most common time for an accident is rush hour on Friday, and we also know that not wearing your seatbelt doubles your risk of injury. The most common kinds of accidents that we see at our firm are rear-end accidents, so someone not paying attention and rear-ending the vehicle in front, and also vehicle collisions involving left turns. So someone making a left turn when it's unsafe to do so, or someone blowing through a late yellow light and causing an accident. What's the easiest way to avoid these accidents? Well, first, leave space for the vehicle that's in front of you. You want to make sure you have time to brake. The good news is that most people in car accidents get better. The bad news is that a significant percentage won't. Studies show that up to half of people suffering concussions, for example, don't get better in the first year or even longer. We know that studies show that 25% of people who get whiplash don't recover and go on to suffer chronic pain. We also know that neck and back injuries can cause problems later in life with your spine by speeding up the arthritic process. Similarly, fractures that involve a joint like a knee, a wrist, a shoulder, we know they can worsen over time because the cartilage wears away over time because of that fracture, because of how that joint's been disrupted. And we know that can lead to worsening symptoms, can lead to surgery to fuse the joint in place or even replace the joint. What we tell clients is you need to think about not just how you're doing now, you need to think about how are you going to be doing 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Are you going to have to retire early? Are your medical expenses going to go up? These are all things you have to think about before you settle your case. Know your injury before you settle. Know if you're going to get better. Know that if you're still having problems 2 years after an accident, it's probably now become a chronic injury that's not going away. And when you hire a lawyer to take care of you and your accident and your injuries, make sure that lawyer is concerned about at least two things. One, the most important thing is getting you better. Your lawyer needs to make sure that the insurance company is covering all of the treatment you need so you can recover. And two, getting you fair compensation. That means getting every single penny that the accident takes from you now or in the future, getting it returned to you and your family. That means every dollar of lost income, every medical expense, every out-of-pocket expense, and every penny you're owed for pain and suffering.